and I live in Mercer County. We have rangeland that's less than a mile from the Missouri River, and I can look straight at Mr. Potter, and if Mr. Dorgan was here, I could look him straight in the eye. There has been opposition to this for many years. Don't tell me there wasn't, because this first started out to be a walking trail that was supposedly supposed to start in Bismarck and go north. And everybody can shake, you can shake your head all you want, Mr. Potter. I was at many of the meetings. I was there. This is how this whole thing started. And I can tell you that there are 5-generation farmers up there who have done a better job of taking care of that land for many years than what some of the land out in Medora looks like. Way better.
Let me answer that since you're directly at me, and I want to get your name now because I'm taking input as to, you know about walking trails.
You and I have had a very heated discussion over the phone.
April Oster, okay.
Yes. This did not start out, this has had nothing to do with hiking trails ever. It did not start as something like that. I was not aware of any of those meetings that you're talking about, anything up in your area. That is just simply a misconception. No, Mr. Dorgan was on the phone with me. I have talked to him many times. This started when Orville and Diane Oster turned their ranch into a bed and breakfast to make a living when cattle were pissed poor. It is now sold back to another rancher. They got millions of dollars for it, left in the middle of the night, went to Florida to retire. How nice. The rest of us are still here with our little pieces of land, still trying to make money. And this has been going on for many years. He had promised before this was a dead issue. When the trail was a dead issue, it wasn't supposed to go any further. And then boom, here's this national heritage area. But what you're saying is you don't want hiking trails or walking trails to be part of the national heritage. We don't want you even near our pastures. And there have been many people who have been on it. I can tell you that as a matter of fact, we caught a National Park Service student GPSing spots along the lake and the river this summer. They were on private land. Again, this may be true. I believe you. You're not going to lie to me, and I'm not going to lie to you. But I have nothing to do with it. Absolutely. I don't know what you're talking about. This has got nothing to do with the National Heritage Area. This has been an idea, as I just expressed. This was an idea to help make programmatic what used to be earmarks. That is I would rather see the wind power companies come in and put tons of wind towers everywhere before I allow it to be a National Heritage Area.
Hi, my name is William Rosiska, Tracy. My apologies for that sailor language that night I called you when I heard about this. My condolences to you and your family and the loss you might. But I, William Rosiska, request the following: that the Northern Plains National Heritage Area Board be reconstituted or reformed so that it is comprised of landowners elected by landowners within the National Heritage Area, and that the representation be balanced and based upon the affected counties and townships. Township governance has long been an established history in North Dakota, and North Dakotans have forever resisted government oversight without representation. Furthermore,
I don't mean to interrupt you, and I apologize. There's not one person up here taking any notes on what you're saying.
okay,
Just so you know where their hearts are at.
Furthermore, I request that the board members disclose all of their associations or memberships, whether that be Farm Bureau, Farmers Union, Ducks Unlimited, tribal associations, Sierra Club, wildlife organizations, etc. As an affected landowner, I have the right and the responsibility to know who is making decisions which may affect my property's use or value. I request that the board fall under the open meetings law and that full disclosure of all meetings and objectives be made. I respectfully request that the board, as it existed last spring, request in writing the resignation of Tracy Potter. It is my sincere belief that Mr. Potter, through errors or omissions, or whatever explanation can be made, deliberately misread the hearing officers and the U.S. Congress in his testimony that was instrumental in the passage of the heritage area. By the board putting their request to Mr. Potter in writing, they are acknowledging their complicity in his testimony, which will go a long ways towards easing tension. The reason for the removal of Mr. Potter is that I believe his testimony was a combination of omission or substitution of fact. I believe that Mr. Potter will forever be a lightning rod of animosity from the landowners towards the heritage area, and his motivation will be forever suspect. The heritage area will likely never fulfill its objectives or potential with suspect leadership, and we the landowners and the public will be shortchanged. Whatever good can come out of it is going to be undermined by what is perceived, whether Mr. Potter believed what he was saying was accurate or not. It's going to be so forever suspect. The heritage area exists, and rather than fighting its validity, we need to develop a plan which integrates the landowners first, so that the plan is sustainable. Public policy based on misrepresentation is not sustainable.
Sir, may I have a copy of that?
By the way, we are, this is it's being videotaped, so there's a record, because we don't let all the other board members know. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Dwight Keller, grew up in Mercer County next to the coal gasification plant, and we had to move once in the county industry. Hopefully we won't have that again, and there's a lot of debate over, how this is going to go down. But I'd like to ask one question. How many of you, excluding board members, knew about this prior to it being passed into law? Would you please stand? Okay, Tracy, I guess your advertising and meeting did not get out to these people anyhow, and I guess I did not know about it until after it was law. I do know that you did ask Martin County Commissioners to do a feasibility study, but they did never pass anything, and either that or I remember the commission lied to me that they approved or voted in favor of it. And then the guy prior to me kind of stole my thunder. I guess I would agree with him that you need to reconstitute the board and get representation from the landowners. I mean, you have 5 counties on there, and it should not be county commissioner members. And Morton County, you've got Paul Trauger. He does not represent the landowners from Morton County. You got Brian Bittner from Burley County. He's not a farmer and a rancher. I know he's a private property person, but he also has a relationship with Mr. Potter. He's done a lot of work for him. We need to, I would like to see this board reconstituted and get some representation from the, the people that it's going to affect. And the member.